In the last episode, we unlocked Perfection, which gave us access to unlimited money, which was absolutely huge for the account. But with unlimited money, we also got an absolute ton of leagues points. And now I'm eyeing tier 7, because although I'm feeling pretty powerful right now, and especially after completing the world's first 2000% Archglacier kill in the last video, I want to take things even further. Because the second we reach tier 7, we have a decision to make between the 3 most powerful relics in the entire leagues. So with that said, let's lock in and let's get as many leagues points as we possibly can. And while we're at it, let's try to uncover some tech that might be able to get us an absolute ton of league points that you may want to do as well if you're playing along. I did some inventing off stream, and that's 200 mil invention for 400 points. We did some, oh my god, my bank. For starters, I want to look at some methods that might get me a little bit of Herblore XP, because in the next few days, I'm going to want to unlock overloads. But most importantly, we have a ton of points to get, and here's how I think we're going to get them. First off, despite doing a lot of PVMing, we actually haven't ventured into the God Wars dungeon yet a single time. And I think there are over 1,000 points up for grabs very easily in the God Wars dungeon, especially for getting first kills on a number of bosses. So the plan's going to be to head into God Wars and kill every boss, including soloing next with melee and Angel of Death. Oh, and as a side note, even though people say you can't solo next with melee, you actually can, and it's not super hard. So if you ever wanted me to make like a quick talk through video on how to do it, I'm super down to do that. Just let me know in the comments below. After cleaning out the God Wars for all the points we possibly can, I'm then gonna head into Elite Dungeons 2 and 3, because there are over 1,000 points up for grabs just from doing those Elite Dungeons. Done. So that is 70 range unlocked, which is perfect, because it means I can take this crystal staff, I can take this crystal teleport seed, I can teleport to the Ithel district, I can turn this crystal staff into a seed, I can turn the seed into a bow, and then I can get another task for another 80 points. So we go revert, use seed on a Lund, range weapon, crystal bow, equip, 80 points, easy as. Okay, so this is 1 million experience per hour in Herblore. You know, that's not bad. That's 80 farming, by the way. Nice. How long do you think it would take me to get 99 farming if we just go to Coden and just buy whatever the highest level thing he has is? I would bet not very long, like a few minutes. Whoa, wait, that's 200 points? Harvest. I need to harvest Ranars, Arbucks, and Quorums. Wait, this is a crazy amount of points. Okay, Arbuck. I have an Arbuck seed. I don't have a single Ranar seed. That's crazy. That's another 80 as well for harvesting an Arbuck. Here, I was really like, we're not gonna get tier 7 today. But we kind of might just by killing a bunch of stuff and doing a couple tasks while we're on our way. Get the herb burner going. All right, let's see what the XP is on this. 55k per pineapple. So to get level 99 farming from 80, that would be how many pineapples? I will not lie. I think we're going to passively get 99 farming. What I will do though is when I get a second dragon, we should absolutely do this just to get to the level for dragons. Bro, we're about to supply the shaft big time. And then while I'm here, we should maybe buy some of these too. Okay, so we headify the arrows. Cool. And we'll do that while we're PVMing today. Great. Skull of Slaying, God Wars Dungeon. Wait, I didn't need a rope? Wait, really? What? What? Now I need a... What? Now I can't go back in. I just locked myself out of God Wars. Just TP back in. No, we're committed now. This knight needs our help. Take this scroll to Sir Tiffy. Okay, bro, I want to go to God Wars. So this guy's name is Surgery because he needs surgery, is the whole thing. I'm not giving this to Sir Tiffy. All right, team. Welcome to God Wars. To get the key piece, you have to go into the place, right? You have to bang the door and then go in. Yeah, I think we do. Also, I don't need kill count for... I got the key piece. Easy. I'm gonna set up a speed kill rot. Oh my god, I got a Bandos chestplate on the first kill. Yo, what? I mean, it's useless, but that's kind of insane. Disassemble it? Yeah, dude, I'm just getting chestplates. Here's the thing. If I got pants, though, tassets would be insane. Get the one tick. Bang. Let's go. Sorry, that was a justified bang. Oh my god, we actually cooked him. Wait, I banged the door again. Sorry, I just have an addiction to... Anyway. Wait, that was worth 80 points. Dude, 80 points per kill is kind of nuts. All right, that's normal done. And then let's do hard mode as well. Wait, is Zilliana like this in old school too? Or is this a thing that OSRS people don't know about? It's just RS3? Oh no, you gotta learn about this from me? Also, if you have functioning ears, you may wanna leave. Bro, the high-pitched one at the end? Chills. But yeah, no, genuinely, nobody knows why it's like that. There are so many combat achievements, by the way, in God Wars Dungeon 1 that like it's kind of just worth doing this while we're here. That actually took way less time than I thought it would. I don't know why. I thought getting to Nex was going to be like a very arduous process. Should I bring a familiar to Nex? Probably. But right now, I just want to see if I can kill the boss. Well, wish me luck. I also haven't done this in probably 6 years, just so you guys know. Melee only Nex solos. So there are some like weird pieces of tech, and I might not remember all of them off the top of my head. Okay. I hate to disrespect the bird, but other than the stat drain, we're actually doing very well, I think. Should I try to one-shot Blood Phase? Yeah, let's do it. Ready? Well, it'll be 2 abilities. Ready? 1 ability, 2 ability. I didn't crit. Unlucky. I think we can no-food solo next, just off of lifesteal. And then Zathros phase, there are a bunch of hit caps, and this is where next can pray melee. I think it's after the mage pray. It soul splits for 4 seconds, and then it prays melee. Wait, maybe we're just fine. All right. That is a next solo done. We got Brews and Restores, and a Hard Clue Scroll. I don't know what to loot. I'll take 1 brew and then mostly restores. Okay. And I didn't get any ancient ceremonial. Nice. Wait, I got a speed killer achievement there too. Nicely done, guys. Okay, so it's soul splitting. It's gonna melee pray after this, I think. Off now. Yep, I learned. So next does melee pray. Yeah, it's after soul split. It should be 4 seconds of melee pray, and then it's off. Yep. Yeah, this is the one annoying thing about meleeing Nex, is if Nex soul splits a lot, Nex melee prays. Dwarf weed seeds and Avodo seeds, actually a decent drop. Wouldn't Tassets be fine? So Torv is way better. So the reason why Torv is sick, I probably should have explained it, is despite being power gear with damage boost, it has the same HP bonus as tank gear. So you can have like 15,000 life points and also deal max damage. That is 98 defense coming in. And we got Bruiser Stores. Nice. Also, I'm realizing Nex counts as a God Wars Dungeon 1 boss. That's actually really good for points. There it is. Ancient Ceremonial Boots coming in. Very nice. Okay, so that's one of the 5 pieces we need. All right, see you next. What do you got for you, boss? I got Neckrite Stone Spirits. Nice. Oh, it's praying melee. Oh, no, I wasn't paying attention. Well, that sucked. No, what? Bro blew me up. All right, you silly bird. What do you got for me, boss? This is my, I think, 6th kill. Magic logs. We also got a PR. Nice. Cool. Good kill. With drop rates of 1 in 5. Like, it's worth it. What do you got for me, boss? Wow. Okay. That is 98 constitution, by the way. Oh, let's go! Virtus Robe Legs. That is a sick drop. Oh my god. Okay, sick. We're not gonna get the power bonus on these, but what we are gonna get on these is we have augmentable pants now. That's unreal. We get the life point bonus. Yeah, we can melee in Virtus pants. That's sick. I mean, you may as well go for Crackling 3 mobile. Done. Crackling 3 mobile. Sick. So that's 1 good gizmo done. And then we were gonna do our impatient. So this is gonna give me extra adrenaline, which should be really good, by the way. And that's just, yeah, 5 Zammy comps. And you know, I'm gonna roll the rest of these in case I get one with devoted. There, impatient 3, devoted 2. That's actually a sick gizmo. Let's augment our new pants, and we're gonna be in a really good spot. That's actually a big upgrade. What's my, is it 2 seconds? It's 2-second cooldown. It's like I'm power bursted forever. Wait, this is insane. Surge, dive, surge, dive, surge, dive. Okay, yeah, this is why we want mobile, because we're doing elite dungeons today. We don't want to be slothfully running around elite dungeons. That is actually 99 defense, by the way. Insane that every 99 is 200 points, by the way. We're actually just gonna point farm today by just killing stuff. We're gonna kill stuff and get like 1,000 points just from that. So def is 99, now we put it on attack. All right, it's Angel of Death time, guys. Well, let's do a gear check. Okay, we got Elder Rune, we got Bandos, we got, what weapon is that? Lanika's Spear, Masuda's War Spear, Drygors and Drygors. It's time for Angel of Death. Should I have not zerked? I am full HP. Wait, this lifesteal thing is crazy. We phase it. Oh my god. Wait, we're in a good spot, team. So kill amalgamations, lure minions, and then let's cook. Minions are in. AoE time. Oh my god, I'm critting. I'm lifestealing like crazy. I'm gonna zerk again. The minions are dying. Glaciers first. GF. Wait, melee is so cracked. This is free. Like, I'm actually just upkeeping full HP. This is going very well, by the way. I was nervous about basic, and now we're just, like, no-fooding it. Sub 4-minute kill. Let's go. That's AOD going down. Watch us get a drop, though. They're pretty common. Here we go. Congrats on the HP pet, Mox. Well done. I got large salvage and all the books and a bunch of leagues points. All right, AOD, what do you got for me, boss? Here we go. 98 attack, Eternal Magic Wood Spirits. Those are actually going to be good later, aren't they? Nice. Any droppers? Oh, I got a Serenic Scale. Nice. And we go again. Primal Stone Spirits. 99 Constitution as well for another 200 leagues points. And now in 2 kills, we're going to get 99 attack as well. And then we've got max melee. That's super sick. All right, AOD, what do you got for me, boss? 11 Snapdragon Seeds. Actual good drop. Oh my god, that baited me like crazy. That absolutely baited me. I was actually sure that was a drop. They got it right before the boss died. An achievement, a personal record, and no drop. Wow, okay. This is where we win. I could just feel it. I felt wrong. Nice PR. No drops. I got an Onyx. Nice. Okay, so I can make my luck ring. Heck yeah, dude. Wait, that's actually a win. A win is a win. All right, team. The final AOD kill. And if we don't get a drop this kill, that'll be like an hour and a half of straight AOD without anybody getting a drop, which is insane, by the way. Don't make us question the drop rates. Wow. That is actually insane that nobody got a drop. All right, it's KBD time. There should be a method to get 200 points for free as long as you're level 78 magic, because there's a spell called Metamorphosis, and it'll let you cast whatever spell you want with no runes. So what we should be able to do here is build the full Adren, cast Meta, and then cast Crumble Undead without needing the time runes. And done. 200 points, just like that. Yeah, that's actually the easiest task of all time. 76 rune crafting to make 4x earth runes, but you could use these elemental anima stones to give you extra runes. And yeah, at level 30 rune crafting, that's 200 more points. Okay, let's send a hard mode Vorkath. How bad could it possibly be, chat, right? We're probably gonna die doing this, by the way. And then we're gonna have to drop it down to normal mode, but all right, Vorkath, give me my 200 points. Easy. First try.
Be gone, knowing us.
What the f—
Say hello to death for me.
Did I win? Nice, I got 3 bones. Heck yeah. Why don't we go do 500%, 100%, 1k Telos. Let's unlock Telos by killing every boss in God Wars 2. See you, idiot. All right. By the way, if you're wondering why we're killing all these bosses, it's because they're dropping pieces of a key, and we need to build the key to kill Telos. So we are currently building a key. Big leagues ask. What do you got for me, boss? Huge. See how we're another 80 points, and most importantly, we've got ourselves the key piece, which means we can open up the door and we can get in to Telos. I've never done melee Telos, by the way. Like, it's the only style I've not done. This is the boss I've got the highest KC at, but I probably maged 6,000 kills, necroed 2,000. All right, we put the key in the imprint, in the indentation. The way that Telos works is the end of every phase will lead to a different start point of the next phase. So there are like 100 possible combinations of spec orders, and you just have to memorize them all to know what mechanic's coming next. It's actually the sickest boss of all time. This is genuinely a goated boss. Ready? This should be a 60k. All right, this phase, we've got these 3 fonts. Every time you get it to its HP threshold, I'm gonna instantaneously berserk. I'm gonna get in the adrenaline beam, and we're just gonna blast until the boss dies. Easy. And that is 100% Telos done. 280 points for that is kind of ridiculous, to be honest with you. All right, 500 next. Okay, so we've got to hold still in 4. So for the hold still, you have to freedom before he says it to rezo it, and then step out of the way. That's one of the reasons why people don't like Telos, is you can die to mechanics that you needed to know before they happened. It actually is a boss where you have to memorize the mechanics. Also, 500 is definitely a step up for sure. I want the points for 1k though too. Oh, I need to stun because we're getting so much power here. Yeah, there. Res. Big. And then the other thing about the fonts that is kind of spicy is they reset your defensive abilities. They put them on cooldown. Oh, no. Oh, God. Bro, getting an Anima Bomb in the big 2025 is nuts. I'm going to Zerk. I might get one shot, but let's Zerk. Oh, my God. I nuked all the minions. That was sick. That's 500% Telos done. That's the Warden title and another 200 points. Did I win? Can you imagine? All right, let's do an attempt at 1K. I do not think we get it, but I will happily do an attempt. I'll give it a whirl. We'll give it the old college try. All right, let's go. Yeah, I think phase 4 might be I don't want to say impossible. I'll say improbable though. I think we're gonna have to kill the minions, which is not something you usually do. Oh God, dude. Please let me out. Please let me out. Cool, that whole phase just reset. That was unironically horrible. So we are gonna get special attacks on phase 4, and we're gonna get falling rocks. This is gonna be insanely difficult. I genuinely... Okay, that was good, actually. What? Wait, I took a 10K there. Wait, I think the minion hit me a 4K. I think I got a 4K from the minion because I prayed wrong. Okay, new plan. Okay, the new plan is we kill all of the minions. I have rocks already. Oh my God, dude. I honestly completely forgot about the rocks. I'm dead. We go again. I actually think I can get it. What? That hits a 12K? Wait, that's actually crazy that hits that much. I do think it's winnable, but P5 is the hardest phase anyway. So let's go back onto our mission path. Our mission path is Elite Dungeon Trilogy run. Do we even want to do Elite Dungeon 1? We could skip it and then do it later. Yeah, we're just going to do 2 and 3. Also, I know we were going to go get a Baneite Sword, but I feel like we should do it later anyway. I mean, we could also get the Baneite Sword now and do like tier 100 and something damage. But I think right now, no. Mission path is get the tier, get the points. And then we go back with the tier 140. Yeah, so this one run is going to be worth 600 points, by the way. And we might get an ability upgrade, too. The cool thing about Astalarn is a fake dragon who doesn't even breathe fire, but also drops Greater Flurry, which is an ability that lowers the cooldown on Berserk. And it should stack with the already lower cooldown on Berserk. It's also just a visually stunning boss fight, as you can tell. Overpower time, and then punish. All right, what do you got, free boss? No way! What? We got Greater Flurry on the first kill. Nah, let's go. Let's freaking go, dude. Oh my God. Let's go. Oh my, I was literally just explaining what the abilities do. That is an instant unlock. Wait, this is gonna be really good. So with this and leagues, I'm pretty sure we can get close to 100% uptime Berserk. Like we can just Berserk, Flurry, Berserk, because it has a reduced cooldown too. Oh, that's a big drop. There's an achievement for killing every ED2 mini boss, so we should actually do this one too. I will erupt all over. What, bro? Can I like use a stun so you don't do it? Okay, so see this. So I finished my Berserk. Now I'm gonna Greater Flurry, and then let's build back up to Berserk. And I'm now at 10 seconds on cooldown on Berserk. That's really nice. So then we just Zerk again. This music is wild. Yeah, I actually think it's crazy that every boss fight of this dungeon has like completely distinct music. Do we go back to back? Surely not. Where I thought we did for a second. Would have been nuts. This is a valid 200 point boss fight. Oh, this part's gonna suck. All right, I'm gonna Zerk, which means I'm gonna die in 2 seconds. This might be the first time I've ever heard the music here. It's kind of insane. I kind of like it, I'm not gonna lie. I'm vibing to this. BSD is not getting the aux cord ever again. All right, it's cutscene time. So now we just AFK for 45 seconds. Also, if the fire touches you, by the way, it basically kills you. Do you have anything for me other than 200 leagues points? Let's find out. 3, 2, 1. What do you got for me, boss? Oh, wow. I got the attack pet. Wait, that's kind of cool. Nice. 200 leagues points and some energies. Really, really good. Cool. Pets don't get points. They don't, but you get to keep them between leagues. So it's actually kind of really cool to get a pet. So now what we should do is we should kill 11 Celestial Dragons for another ton of points. Wait, do you think we do it in story mode? If you could do the Celestial Dragon task that's worth 200 leagues points in story mode, You guys didn't know, story mode, the whole point is that nothing does any damage to you, and it's just to get the story, and everything is weaker too. This could be a bit of a chefery. All right, let's find out. So it's not gonna pop up when we kill it, but the number will go up. That counted. Okay, we've got another point hack. Want the easiest 200 points of your life? Go to Story Mode Elite Dungeon 2 and nuke all the Celestial Dragons in here. They cannot do any damage to you because it's Story Mode. And there we go, 200 Leagues points for killing Celestial Dragons. We are now only 1,310 away. So this ED2 run was worth 600 points. Nice. Did I get a Visage? No, I did not. That's okay. I believe that you can check the second you get into the dungeon if Boss Epic Boss Face is here. And all you need to do is you need to activate your UAV, and then you need the $8,000 supercomputer, RTX on, hold. So he spawns all the way down there. Wait, the first mate is a dog? Wait, now I kind of feel bad. I mean, it's 30 points though. I'm not gonna lie. If we didn't need the points, but we did. We do need the points. I'm sorry. I love this dungeon, by the way. It's actually beautiful. The voicing is incredible. The story is incredible. The theming is incredible. This is like the cream of the crop. How do I get early prayer potions? You can buy them from Mazcab if you have money. Otherwise, I would just teleport to an altar and restore your prayer between bosses. Oh yeah, I don't have weapon poison. Oh, that's why. So this boss heals a bunch if you don't kill him with weapon poison. And I don't have weapon poison. I was gonna say, wow, this is a bit of a slow kill. But yeah, that actually makes perfect sense. That would do it. Yeah, all of these combat achievements are really good, by the way, because if we get a little more combat score, we can choose which Araxar path we want. All right, let's go. Wari Mailing and Mage Gear. So because we have a 100% hit chance, there's no penalty for it. I think we gotta kill the corpse carrier too. Oh my god, but the extra range is gonna be sick, because every time he attacks, a bunch of skeletons fall out of his body. That was a terrible way of wording that. See you, Terracit. Nice. We got Blackstone Hearts. We got 75 Dungeoneering. Unreal. And we got one of the speed kill achievements too. Just kidding. It's Ambi time. By the way, if you guys have never seen Ambi, it is one of the coolest boss fights in the game. It's sick, and we're right at the level bracket too, where it's actually going to be hard, which makes it even more fun. Because if you overgear for Ambi and you kind of nuke it, not nearly as fun. This is going to be really fun. I didn't even realize that Ambi was 400 points. Let's go. I love this boss fight. It's so cool. The voicing is brilliant. Oh god, no. Oh no. I really like these combat achievement ones. I just wish there were more than like 2 of them. Fun fact about this massive beam, by the way. When the Ambassador was released, you could just skip the beam because it didn't hard cap, so you could just phase over it and then not have a beam. They patched it in the middle of the first day to make it so that the beam got force phased, which was like, okay, kind of weird. Why is the beam a force phase now? Turns out the beam was by far the most expensive asset of the entire boss fight, and they felt like they blew the whole budget on the tractor beam in terms of like animation design, and they felt like they weren't getting good value if people didn't see it. They literally spent the whole budget on the tractor beam, and that's why the beam is forced, even to this day. And you know what? That is one of the most relatable things of all time. How the heck did you live? I was gonna say I tick-ate as a joke, but there are old school players here. No! I missed one! Okay, so I can skip now. As long as this black hole blows up, I'm good, because there's another one on the next phase too that's guaranteed. Oh my god! Yo, bro, this room is looking a little smoky, chat. All right. Let's Zerk, and let's get this done. The only thing that would make me surrender now would be if you summoned an infinite amount of Ritual Keepers until I got hit by like 20 of them at once. That would get me to surrender, like, immediately. But other than that, I will not surrender. All right, that's 4 for 4, so all we have to do is clutch the kill. Oh god, I was okay. He's started summoning more Crassian people. I was mostly said that as a joke. I'm kind of low on prayer, but I think we're okay. This boss fight is so sick. Also, I'm sorry that we're not going to get to experience what the boss fight looks like, because it's actually just easier to bug abuse. Or, I mean, it's easier to manipulate game tactics. So there's this whole mechanic where you have to like constantly move around to dodge these smoke rings, right? Or the boss heals. But if you stand on the boss, under the boss, it counts as you always blocking. So what you can instead do, instead of doing all of that, which let me tell you is a lot of work, you just literally slam your mouse under the boss, and you'll automatically block every single heal for the whole boss fight. I'm telling you guys, we got tech for every boss, just about. All right, Ambi. See you, idiot. Nice. 400 points. Huge. That was the world first? What? Wait, there's no way. How has nobody done that yet? Bro, we were doing combat achievements in there. No, we are actually juiced. We did it in 9 minutes with the chat. We AFK'd P1 for like, we've had a world first every day now. Every day. A minimum of 1 world first. I didn't know his name. Yeah, Cranon. It's like, bro, he's less scary when his name's Cranon. What do we get for loot? I got 33 arrow tips for that. We did all of that for 33 arrow tips. And this, my friends, is why we don't use ranged, ever. And it's time for the final Revenant kill. Ready? And it's done. On day 4, let's go. We did it. We climbed the mountain, and now we're in tier 7. Rare items are 6 times more common, and we can cast advanced time infinitely. We are 1/3 of the way. This is the starting line, but it's also the end of an incredible accomplishment. We played RuneScape a lot in 4 days. That's the whole accomplishment. In order to unlock 16 times XP rates, we also have to pick a relic. After only 4 days, we have somehow made it all the way to tier 7 in the league. Although I will mention, I am playing the most absolutely ridiculous hours of my life. I've been enjoying League so much, and I've been waiting for this update for about a decade. So within that context, maybe it makes sense. But yeah, we've been gaming extremely hard. But with that said, it all comes down to this moment where I have to choose between Everlasting Faith, Specialist, and Ascended. I don't think Everlasting Faith is a perfect fit for me because I like dealing damage and I don't think I need something defensive with my experience in RuneScape. Specialist is really interesting because you're going to be able to deal a ton of damage and blast bosses with these special attacks. But then we have Ascended that gives you an item called the Elder Godbook that quite literally combines every single damage in Godbook into 1 Giga Godbook, and it has infinite charges as well. And to me, I've just been thinking about this since it was announced with leagues, and I cannot get the idea out of my head that this is the pick for me. I don't know if this is better than Specialist or more damage than Specialist, and I think it probably isn't if you're using Specialist perfectly, but I genuinely could not care less. The Elder God book is such a cool idea, and I think it's going to be so much fun watching all of these books activate and absolutely pop off. And on top of that, being able to get 255 stats once in a while, it's just such a cool idea, and I'm so excited to play with this and see it in action. Leagues is all about having fun, and as much as I'd love to be a min-maxer and calculate that Specialist is a tiny bit better, I don't care. This book is really freaking cool, and I'm taking the book. So with that said, let's lock in our pick and ascend. The Elder God book. Oh my god, it's so cool looking. And it has do you even turn it on? You can turn it off, but it lasts forever. So now we're in a grimoire and a full book. Look at all of them. I have 255 stats. Go, go, go. Look at my stats. What are all these books? Why does one of them groan? We've got a Jas book, so it's now storing my damage for 10 seconds, and then I'm getting a big hit at the end. What are these books? How much DPS do you think this is? Why don't we find out? We finally ascended, and in the next episode, we're gonna put it to the test, and we're gonna find out how busted this book really is. And I'm gonna promise not 1, not 2, but 5 world first broadcasts. With that said, thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not, so you don't miss another upload. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again soon.